Hey guys, welcome to Starting Five with Joker, Whispers, Murder, Q, and me, Figure. Five guys bringing you the hottest topics in sports, pop culture, and of course, Bums Gaming video game leagues on PS4, streamed live daily on twitch.tv/bumsgaming. That's BUMSGAMING. First thing we'd like to delve into here on Starting Five is what everybody in the world's talking about. Number one movie, one of the biggest box office movies of all time. A movie, first international movie, if I'm correct, to feature mostly a black cast.
Black
And
director
that
too.
is, of course, the director too as well. And that, of course, is Black Panther, a Marvel superhero movie. We have Joker and Q have seen it. Um, like we were talking about offline, guys. How can y'all talk about this movie without spoiling it? I'll start with Q since he's fresh off of
I'm.
seeing it
How about
tonight.
this, man? I'm gonna start off like this. We can start. So they put the last movie released on that day was Marvel movie was Deadpool, Friday to Sunday. It did 132 million dollars in that Friday to Sunday weekend. This movie Black Panther in that first weekend, Friday to Sunday, did $201.8 million. So people
Damn.
was out, like people were out and they wanted to see the movie. And honestly, everyone that spent their money got more than their money's worth. I thought the
Why?
movie was really put together.
Why do you think that everyone wants to see this movie?
I mean, it has to be because of its being as. Why do we think that so many black people voted during Obama administration? Because it was the first of its kind that we got to see.
But I saw Blade. That was the first.
Honest to goodness, how many other Marvel movies was out around that time? I felt like they really did this movie, and that's why I thought that it was directed everything, even the message inside of it. There was no better time to do this movie than right now.
What is it hype or is it really good? I mean, what's good about it? Like,
You gotta think about this,
they're
all right?
not. Is it? I feel like it's
Right,
hype,
right.
man. I feel like everybody
You
feeds
could.
into
I feel
it
Yeah,
like
based
you
off
can
Joker.
its own
explain
prophecy.
it better,
All right.
Joker. I
Go
feel
So
like
ahead,
you can
Joker.
explain it a little better without.
we got if first let me address what Whisper said about Blade. Blade, the first Blade was one of the best movies, and I think sometimes people forget that that was one of the first superhero movies. But it was just Blade, like it was the Blade universe, and nothing else existed.
Hmm.
And what Marvel has done, which is so extraordinary to say the least, is that it's brought together these heroes that we don't really gotten to know, like Guardians of the Galaxy. I knew nothing about Guardians of the Galaxy, but that first Guardians of the Galaxy movie is one of my favorite comic book movies of all time.
Me too. Me too.
And it's so different. And I didn't know who Groot was, Star Lord. I
Yeah.
kind of knew Rocket, but like I didn't know them. And I think Marvel, by tying all the heroes into this Marvel Cinematic Universe, the MCU, just that brings the hype in itself because there hasn't really been one of these movies that's bad that you would say, that was a bad movie. They've all been good. Now you're gonna tie in that it's the first almost all black cast, black director. It's bringing this culture. I mean, you can't leave that theater, even if you're not black or a minority. Like, you can't leave that theater and not feel like, hey, man, my culture is important, and I should be proud of my culture. And that's
Right.
and that's kind of like I left the theater and I was like, man, like where are all the Spanish superheroes? I want to
I
see
was just
Spanish.
gonna ask you.
Right.
I need a
Because
Spanish.
and Jay, that's what I'm saying. That's what it does, and that's why I'm like you and Murder. Like you guys got to see it because it make you feel like, oh man,
And
where
Finally.
we
it's hype
originate from,
and
like
man, and you
where
know what
we
else?
come from, man. Like I'm cheesing right now. I'm
And then
smiling ear to ear.
the whole dynamic of the movie, right? So like the action is awesome. Like just to see
Right.
like all like the way Black Panther moves and the way he attacks and the way he's jumping here and there, the gadgets that his sister put together,
Sister
Suri,
create.
like all those
Okay.
gadgets. There was like a Mission Impossible gadget. Like she had everything. It was like, hey, I made this.
Okay.
Try this on your next mission. Try this on. So like the action was on point, the gadgets, the tech was on point, and yo, Michael
My
B. Jordan,
favorite part, go.
Michael B.
Oh
Jordan,
man,
man, Michael B.
Michael
Jordan.
B. Jordan.
He like how he's the first villain in the Marvel universe.
That you gonna root for, like
Yeah, that you could connect to, because his message, it wasn't
different,
wrong.
different.
It
Wasn't
wasn't
wrong at
wrong.
all.
It was
Yes.
just the way he went about it. You were like, man, I love the message. I love the message. But man, you crazy. And it's like,
But that's
and like when you connect into the villain and you kind of like torn, like do I root for him? Like he's not technically wrong. And it's always like, you know, they always say, and like there's like those conspiracy theories with the Dark Knight, where they're saying that in that movie the Joker is really the hero and Batman's the villain. So it's like one of those, like if you look at it from that like different point of view, you're like, man, Killmonger's almost the hero, almost.
hmm
And I think that's what I liked about that movie. It's like, because that's what Marvel had, and if you read up on all this Marvel, like people always joke or like they complain that Marvel doesn't have a villain besides like maybe Loki. So, but
Okay.
Michael B. Jordan kind of
and
like set that
and
straight.
also right, and not for nothing, like Michael B. Jordan, man. This is coming off of because now I'm looking into his. He had Creed that came out in 2015
Mhm.
with Sylvester Stallone that people said was really good that I never watched.
It's really good,
I
man.
never wanted to see it, but now I definitely will. But remember, he did the Fantastic Four,
And that movie wasn't
and people
bad either.
didn't like him.
Look,
But people that got a bad
Oh yeah, he was
review
in
that movie,
because he was
Johnny.
but
right.
that movie was good until they got their powers. Once they got their powers, that movie was like, man.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
But
I
like
agree.
Yeah.
the build up to
Yeah.
that, and he was good. He's good, man. He's a good actor.
Right.
I
And
like.
now just seeing him in
How didn't you
this,
see Creed? Why didn't you want to go see Creed? That was a great movie.
I've been done with Rocky since Rocky Balboa.
Well, I totally agree with you.
What?
Yeah, since
How you
Rocky
know
Balboa.
Rocky?
The
Like, what
last
kind of
Rocky I watched
movie,
that I
dude?
liked was Tommy Gunn. That's it. Only in America. That's the
The
only
The
one
worst
I
Rocky
watched.
ever, by the way.
God.
The
You
worst
need
Rocky for me.
Q.
That's
You need
the
to also
Oh,
see. You need
yeah.
to see that other movie he was in, Fruitville Station or
Yo,
something like that.
Fruitville Station.
I think
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
I'm not wrong, and I could be wrong, I think the director who did Fruitville is the director who did Black Panther.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I could be wrong though. I would have to look. But
Yeah,
man,
Fruitvale. I would tell you definitely catch that too, though. He did a good job. Obviously, it's easy to get emotion out of that movie, but he did a good job in that movie.
so MCU, Infinity War's next, right? And then Ant-Man.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm looking at it now. Joker, you were right about the director. It's Ryan Coogler, I guess. That's the same director. He did Fruitville Station,
Yeah.
and he was the director on Black Panther as well.
So Joker, to what you're saying, you're talking about the next wave of movies coming out, but not that I remember. I had comics back in the day. There's no real Hispanic superhero, is there? They don't
I
plan on
mean,
featuring one, at least in MCU.
just most recently. Well, not recently, but I think within the last few years, there's a Miles Morales who's Spider-Man, and
Oh, okay.
he
When they were
wears
doing the
like a
change-ups.
black and red Spider-Man suit, if I'm not mistaken, and he's, I think, the closest thing, man, to like that has popular.
Spanish.
Yeah,
Not even someone from Spain. They don't even have anyone from Spain. You know.
I mean, they have heroes, but I mean, you can't compare it to like what's here and what's not. But
No, not there. I mean, like we don't even Marvel doesn't even have a superhero that's at least from Spain that at least speaks Spanish. You know, that's more white Spanish. But
I always
at least...
joke around too, and I'll say that Superman Spanish because that name Kal-El, that's Spanish, man.
Oh, that I was just watching Justice League earlier. Exactly. Like.
And speaking of Justice League, man, like you watch these Marvel movies and you watch like Black Panther and like all these like again heroes that like you don't really hear much about, and then you got DC characters, you got Superman, You got like Green Lantern, Flash. You got these guys, and like you're like scared that DC is going to ruin, and they're
Exactly.
just gonna have to
It'll
blow
never.
it. They're gonna have to blow it all up and like start from scratch, man. It's a
They
disaster.
just got
DC, they always try to make everything dark. I know the comics is that way, but I don't know. It doesn't translate in the movies
Oh
to
my
me.
god! All right, real quick, but back to Black Panther. One of my
Yeah,
favorite
definitely.
parts about it. All jokes aside, man, I don't know if anyone else. I don't know if this was anyone else, but maybe it's just because of the person I am. But they had it so in the mine where they were mining the vibranium, of course. It played music
Oh,
throughout the
Ken,
day. That was the like
Kendrick Lamar
Kendrick Lamar
was in charge of the
soundtrack on it.
music.
Where
Yeah,
it was
it was
crazy.
bumping.
The
Oh,
Yeah,
soundtrack is
yeah.
off. Oh my god, yo! Every time they were in the mining, his sister, the tech, she had it ringing through the
okay.
whole. It was, oh my god, the music is
Oh,
crazy. They did that. That movie is absolutely must see, must
I
see.
Must
like what you're saying there. Is that this is a hip hop soundtrack? I assume.
Kendrick Lamar, I think, was in charge of the soundtrack. He like
Yeah, it's
Okay.
hip hop, but it's gonna have a lot of like hip hop mixed with a lot of, our
Pop or R&B or
ancestral
something.
like
Oh,
drum.
yeah,
oh, okay,
You
okay,
know what I
okay. I
mean?
got you. I
bumping,
Like,
got you. I
bumping.
got you.
yeah,
Like that
man,
Oh,
the
okay.
Chappelle
original,
sketch, the Dave Chappelle
Oh yeah,
sketch.
yeah. Or even
like the original, like
Kendrick did his Grammy performance. He had a girl come up there with a drum too, and she was beating the drum.
word. I didn't
Yeah,
even
yeah.
see that. Now I
That was
gotta go
very
look at the
powerful
Grammy.
too. You gotta catch that
That's
on YouTube. Yeah, it kind of ties
definitely
into
got
what you're saying. He probably tied it in. But
that.
I was just asking that because as a black person, I don't always like hearing every music we associate with is hip hop. But I do like hearing about the drum thing and what you're saying, how
Right.
he did that. That's
Right.
cool.
It's on there.
And
Like,
a lot of good other actors that like you think about it that it's the main characters, but then you have like Forrest Whitaker, he's in that movie. You have
oh, he is?
Angela
Oh, okay.
Bassett, she's in that movie,
Yeah.
Oh,
and
they
it's
all slipped in?
yeah, well, and they have
Listen,
pretty
now bleep Angela Bassett, man. That chick is a.
this guy.
I don't talk about what she did the Whitney Houston movie, man. That was a
This guy.
joke.
Whitney
You need to look
Houston.
that
Oh,
up.
Do
How
you
about
she
that?
was she the director?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Terrible. What
Okay.
a
Then you could kill her. Then you
horrible.
could kill her.
they
I'll never
had
forgive her.
they had
I don't care.
the young kid
I'm
from
actually
Get
not gonna
Out.
say
What's his
after this.
Daniel
But
Oh,
Kaluuya?
word, yeah, 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 yeah.
Daniel
Oh, he's in
Oh,
Kaluuya.
there.
Dre,
Kaluuya.
the Black Panther sister, Shuri. I don't know if I'm saying it right. She's the girl in the last episode of Black Mirror. Did you catch that?
Black Mirror, that still haven't seen.
Nah,
From the Black Museum episode, the last one where it's like all the artifacts.
Oh.
I didn't see the Black Museum. I haven't seen.
Oh man, that's a good one.
Okay, so speaking of Black Panther, to transition, um, we had Oladipo try to wear the Black Panther mask. He came up short in his attempts, needless to say, but that was part of the All Star Weekend. What do you guys think about the NBA All Star Weekend before the game, and then we can lead up into the game? But what did you guys think about the festivities
Um,
or anything?
I thought the dunks were. I thought Oh man, why am I drawing a blank? Who's the guy?
Mitchell.
No, the guy that double tapped it.
Oh, Larry
Larry
Nance
Nance.
Jr.
Yeah, Larry Nance Jr. That double tap dunk man was pretty nice.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. It needed a replay for sure to see it, but I couldn't even think of doing that. That must be difficult, especially he threw it, tapped it off. Dennis Smith Jr., another junior, he did the 360, or I'm not sure if it was
I feel like
360
Dennis Smith
between the
Jr. got
legs with your
robbed.
hands.
It should have been Dennis
Yeah,
Smith Jr. and the
yeah, the
boy
most
Mitchell
creative
from
dunk.
Utah in the finals
Couldn't the
because
Knicks have? Sorry,
they
go
were
ahead.
definitely the best two dunkers there. And the Larry Nance dunk, like, all right. So I mean, I'm not gonna lie, right? I've spent my life playing basketball through high school, college. I only played Division 3, but I feel like I know I can play. In my day, I could play some basketball. Seen real basketball players, whatever. Not taking anything away from Larry Nance Jr., but you 6'10", like 6'8", 6'9".
Hmm.
I can. I have a friend that's 6'5" right now. He could do that dunk. I promise you, he
Well,
could. Right now, he's
that's why
33
they
years old.
always that's why they always
Well,
gave Nate Robinson props though, right?
Right. and that's
I was gonna
why
say.
the dunk Dennis Smith Jr. did. He did the East Bay between the legs with the left hand.
Yeah, switch hands. Started with the
That,
right, switch to
that's
left.
different.
Yeah,
Hey,
definitely.
That's
sidebar.
that's
One of those two
different.
guys, couldn't they have been drafted by the Knicks?
I don't
Dennis Smith
know.
Jr.
That's
Yes. Who's the
Murder.
other guy? Donovan Mitchell.
Nah, it was Mick.
I don't
You could
think
have
so.
got Junior,
Yeah,
right?
we
They
could have
got
got
Mitchell.
Dennis Smith Jr.
They could have got, but Phil Jackson was running the team, so you know
But
how
we
it
could have
is.
got Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah,
Oh,
Donovan
okay.
got picked
Well, that's not.
13th,
Yeah,
man, and
exactly. So
then
that's not fair. That's not fair to anybody though, because
got
that's
picked
12
8th.
other people that passed him.
Yeah,
That's
That's
True.
like
true, but I
That's
mean, I
true.
that's
don't
like
understand.
saying everybody could have got Devin Booker. He was picked 13th.
Mm.
I mean, let's not diss my team, please. Dennis Smith Jr. Sure, but let's
I
not
think
go with the
it's
Donovan
more of a
Mitchell
diss
thing.
on Phil Jackson. I mean, and then Frank. I think Frank has potential,
Mm.
but
Yeah, I
Phil
mean,
he
I
Jackson.
like
just
the length of Frank. If you could put him
uh
now with Moutier and KP come back, but I don't want to make this podcast about the Knicks. I mean, we're not on the
right,
radar.
I thought they traded Frank.
kind of like the virtual sign.
I hope
Not
you're
on
joking.
radar.
I think you're joking. But no, they did not trade him. He's there with Moutier.
They didn't trade Frank.
No. Who did we trade? To be honest, I don't even
Wait,
remember
wait,
who we
wait, wait.
put.
All right. So to get back to the All Star Weekend, this is
Yeah,
how
go
I
ahead.
feel like summing up the 3-point shooting contest. Who
D-Book,
won?
make it cook. Who won?
Yeah,
Oh, Devin Booker.
he won.
He hit
Yeah,
28
D-Book, make
points.
it cook.
He hit
Oh,
28
I
points in the
didn't
last
even
round,
know
man.
who won.
I think he even
Well,
broke
Who
a
did he
record, right?
shoot against in the last round?
Clay. He had 28. He set the
So
record.
Clay did
I
end up
think
making
Joker
it.
was saying that. Yeah, Clay
Okay,
had
I didn't know
25.
that Clay made it. I thought he had lost. What was the round? Was it the
No,
first?
I
I don't
believe
know.
Clay had 19 in round one. They only went two rounds deep, I
Okay,
believe.
okay.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
Clay had 19 in the first round. Most disappointing probably was Eric Gordon. They were
Yeah.
he might have went after the night before.
And PG 13, man. My boy
Oh
Paul
yeah,
George
sorry,
shot
that was
bad
very
too.
disappointing. I
Yeah, he
forgot about
shot
that.
bad. He shot
I
bad.
think
He shot really bad.
one went off the glass, one might have
But
been
he was
in.
back home. You know what I mean? He back home, LA, All Star. He
You
threw
know
his
that,
own party.
yeah, he's a scorer too.
You know what I
Him
mean?
being in it is whatever. All right, so we move on. So we had the dunks. We talked about Donovan Mitchell won. He paid tribute also to um, a former NBA player, Griffith. I forget the first name, but they call him Dr. Duncanstein.
That dunk did nothing for me, Donovan Mitchell.
Say that again.
That dunk did nothing for me.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna say he paid tribute to a guy who went to Louisville like him, and then also played for the Jazz, so that was cool. And then he also paid tribute to Vince Carter. But I don't think
Well,
much of
Vince
the
Carter
dunks were
had
that
mad
great.
height. I don't know.
Exactly.
I like Lance Jr.'s better.
Yeah, they were kind of underwhelming. I will say when he threw it off the glass and caught it low and brought it up, that's very hard to do. He got a 50. He got a well-deserved score, I think. But yeah, I mean, I, I I would have went with Dennis Smith Jr. as Joker said earlier, or Q, I think. So yeah, whatever after that. So we go now to the All-Star game.
Yes.
We
Yes.
had two teams
Yes.
pick. We spoke
Yes.
about that. Team Steph. We got Team LeBron, and
I can't even believe you said Team Steph first, man. That's crazy.
that's how it was on the TV screen, right? I think.
I
don't
know. I
but
bet you they
either
made
way,
sure of that. I bet you they made sure of that. I
but
bet you
It's in
they made sure
alphabetical
of that.
order.
Why they make sure of that? Why they
I'm
make
about to
sure of
say,
that?
if anything, that
Oh
means
my
LeBron's
god,
team was the
man.
home team.
Cause he light
So
No.
it
skinned.
should have been Steph's team, the
Oh
home
my
team.
god. They
But
love
before we go
Steph
off the rails,
Curry. They love them some Curry.
gentlemen, let's just talk about the big elephant or the big talk, and then we surely will delve in. But there was a lot of talk about, we know the teams were picked. That's one thing. But there was a big talk about defense, and a lot of people try to say, like, I was watching today and yesterday. A lot of people try to say LeBron set the tone. LeBron set the tone. There was defense. One, I want to ask you guys: do you agree the team players made a better effort on defense? And two, is all this LeBron talk when KD thought he was eye to eye with LeBron? Is there such a difference in impact in the NBA between the two? So just talk about defense, LeBron, KD impact, and go where you guys want to go. I'll start with you, Murder. How you felt about that All-Star game? Was there some
I
defense? I
didn't
know
watch
you were saying
again.
you weren't
I
gonna
only
watch it.
watched the last 3 minutes of the game,
And
maybe
for
a
what
minute,
reason?
or
And for what reason?
a minute and a half when we tried to cheat.
No, what was the reason that you
Uh
watched at the end?
oh, because I had a live bet on the LeBron team. They were down by 13, and the line was really crazy. It was like plus 550 to win. Plus 550 every 100 you win 550. So I just went on LeBron, put 200 there, and I just
I
felt
thought
like
you
they
don't
were.
like LeBron.
I wasn't watching the game. I just saw the score. I was like, all right. Then I turned it on and I seen the ref trying to cheat, and I was like, oh, I knew something. Everyone must have jumped on it, and I thought I was gonna lose a bet, but they came through, and LeBron wanted to win. I mean, he's chasing Jordan. He want to get those All Star things and the championships. I mean, I want to bring in Jordan, but I don't care what nobody say. I was very aware, wasn't a kid like some kids here. I was very aware of what Jordan did every day. It was a time back in the day when um, watching basketball, regular season games was like playoff games. Every game, every 82 games, everyone, at least in this city, watched every game. So I've seen
That's
every
because the
game
Knicks were good. Go ahead.
and you know, LeBron is the greatest player in this right now, but I mean, Mike is the greatest player ever. So I mean, he's chasing it. He want to win. He want to show something. So I mean, I figured they were gonna win. That's the only reason I watched the last few minutes. I was just pissed at the refs trying to cheat. And
So as the refs were cheating, did you see this concerted effort on defense by the players, or what did you think? I mean, obviously it was later in the game, but there's a lot of talk. Did you appreciate the effort? I know you didn't watch most of the game, but did you appreciate the
I
effort?
can't really say. I only saw the last like literally 2 minutes. They seem. I mean, I'm sure they always play
Did
like
you
that if a game
enjoy
is
what you
close in the
saw?
last
Yeah,
2 minutes.
exactly. Go ahead. Sorry, I cut
Uh,
you off.
no, because I don't. I'm a Knicks fan. I don't like any of those players. So sorry. I don't like
Yeah,
any Bron players.
he's a Knicks fan that loved Jordan. Knicks fans would love
Oh, I
Jordan,
don't
wouldn't
like
they?
Jordan. I hate
Wouldn't
Jordan.
they?
I just say he's the
He
greatest
was.
Just to
player
say
ever.
he's the
My favorite
yeah,
player.
right,
My favorite
right.
Nick was
That's
Patrick
the
Ewing.
greatest. Jordan's
So
the
I hated Jordan
greatest player.
every
The one
second.
guy
Well, he told you he
kept
was the greatest.
one
You don't
guy
have to
kept
like something
tagging
to
him, like
respect it.
the one guy that kept
I don't
tagging
have to like him. I
him.
mean, I respect his game, but I mean, he was the greatest player I ever saw. Period. And I've seen
And
both of these
that's the
players play.
craziest thing. You must have cataracts because a man by the name of LeBron James is playing right now. He's the best player to ever step foot in the NBA, to ever put on an NBA official jersey thus far is LeBron James. He's
So Q,
Why?
do
bigger,
you
he's
think
stronger,
Q?
faster. You don't
Why?
build anything like this.
All right, so Q, do you think LeBron set the tone? What did you think of the defense, and do you think everyone followed
I,
LeBron, the greatest player you've ever seen?
yes, I think
Before we go there, do you think LeBron could play in the NBA back in the day
Before
when it
we
was
go
real
there, let's
defense?
go to another.
why
And
wouldn't
like
he be able to?
been crying or been
Why wouldn't
like
he
mentally
be
psyched
able
out? He got hit by Oakley.
Why
Like,
Wait,
come
wait,
wouldn't
wait,
on,
he?
wait,
man.
wait. Why are we
What do you
dissing
mean?
LeBron James?
But what
Like,
do you mean?
why do
You
you
act
guys
like if
always go
Jordan
Like,
could
far?
if
like, you
Jordan
can't
could
really
go to
compare
the lane,
generations like that. But
guess
I'm just
what?
saying,
A
like,
bigger, stronger,
oh,
faster
the
person
LeBron
could go
thing
to
is
the
like,
lane.
what? The
Are
dude is
you
chasing Mike
serious?
for a reason.
Wait, Murder, are you seriously saying, oh, if LeBron
LeBron James
played and he
couldn't
played
play
against
in the
Oakley, now
'90s.
LeBron's a whole different player?
Right,
How much people played against Oakley that were still them? Like,
right.
I
why
ain't
do
say
we
that.
start
I ain't say. I'm
attacking
just
people?
saying, like, it's a different time, man. It's a different world. These is
And look,
not
look, we talking
NBA
about
You know
back in
this
the
what
day.
LeBron.
doesn't? You know what
We
doesn't
talking
The
about
same.
change?
this
You know what
LeBron.
doesn't change?
We ain't talking about that
Just
LeBron
before.
that was up
Sorry,
in
Q, real
Boston
quick.
that scored 21 straight. Because that LeBron was an animal, and he
I'm
was
gonna
going to
say
get
Oh, what about
30
that
on you,
game when
40
LeBron, when
on you.
Delonte West was popping his bomb and LeBron in
Whoa,
Boston,
whoa,
he
whoa,
didn't
whoa,
even
whoa,
shoot the
whoa, whoa.
ball.
Edit that
When he went to
out.
Said he
Miami,
didn't.
That
He
has
so
saw
those
nothing.
Mike
Mike
No, no.
Tyson
balls.
ball
Hold
one
on,
night
That's
in
what
Q.
I'm talking. You
Tokyo.
ain't never see Mike
He
do
saw
that.
Mike
I ain't
Tyson.
never
He
Dude,
see.
saw Mike
I never
dude.
Tyson
Mike.
ball
I
one
never
night in
Mike.
Tokyo.
I
What?
Like,
never.
Michael
I
Jordan
never saw
quit for
Mike.
2 years because they killed his father. Get out of here.
right.
You're
Like, are
soft.
you
Yeah,
Get
serious?
out of
but
here before you
he left
defend
the
that
game with
man.
a chip.
What you
He left
saying?
the game with a chip. He ain't leave
What?
on his fucking
What? His
back.
father died and he
Huh.
quit the league. What? Who's the
Two
bigger
years.
crybaby?
He left for
Don't
that.
don't
Yeah.
Like, for
don't diss
real.
LeBron for crazy stuff. You know what don't change? Being 6'8" and 250 pounds. That don't
I
change.
agree.
Right.
You know how
I
big
agree.
And
Karl Malone
faster
was?
So,
You
and
know how big Karl
stronger.
I,
Malone was?
Are you
I just
serious?
say
Do you know how big
I
Karl
never
Malone
saw
was?
Mike quit on his team like that.
You
I
saw
saw
Mike
him
quit. He
leave.
quit the whole league. What are you talking about?
That's
Why
after the
you
season was over, not in the middle of his game. He was like, "Nah, I don't want to play because this dude messed with my mom. I want to
Oh,
leave and go to
okay.
Miami."
So wait. So you never seen? Wait. Let's just to be clear, because you're 100% right. I'm gonna do this just like Shannon. You are 100% right. You have never seen Michael Jordan quit after one of his teammates was sleeping with his mom and other teammates knew. You are 100% correct. Continue. Go ahead, continue,
That's a
because I
great
can't argue with
strategy.
that. You're
He
100% right.
does.
I
That's a
don't know
great
of any other
strategy.
player who's
I
actually
like
going to do
that.
that. So you're 100% right.
Correct.
So to the All Star game, I really felt like I like that they were playing defense, and I feel like why LeBron, and I feel like why he was able to get Kevin Durant on board with him because simple. I feel like LeBron and KD should feel some type of way that that little guy is even considered in their circle.
And who's that little guy?
Steph Curry. He shouldn't even be allowed in their circle. I don't get that. Are you serious? Are you like I just and I
I,
think LeBron was like, I
I
need to win this. He told KD, real talk, it should have just been LeBron team versus KD team. I feel like LeBron, the type of person to say that to Kevin Durant. And then Kevin Durant, guess what he say? Yeah, man, because you know what? I bet you
LeBron, you really
KD
think
would
the?
have. I
All
think
right.
Bron was in KD ear like that
Yeah.
and got him on board so that they would win that game. And all that game did was show us what Steph Curry looks like without a system. That's why you can't move him everywhere. He has to be on a system team. He's still running right now, looking for a screen to get that last second shot off. I guarantee it. I guarantee he's running around somewhere looking for a screen to get free to shoot that shot. But what happened was how you have LeBron James guard you, pass you off to Kevin Durant, pass you off to Paul George. Where is he going? Nowhere. That's exactly where he went with that ball. It was beautiful. It was in front of your face. He doesn't belong with them. He's just a shooter. He doesn't
Okay.
belong at that table.
All
But
right. Whispers. What say you? And then we'll get to and just send it to Joker right after you.
I'm
Did you
sorry.
see any of the two of the All Star game?
Whispers fell asleep.
Oh my
He's
bad.
Whispers.
I was,
If you saw
I
any
was
of the
reading
All Star
something.
game, huh?
I was reading something.
All right. We'll get back to you. You
You
jump
know
in
what it
after.
is? I didn't want to get into the middle of you professional basketball varsity players. So I didn't want to speak out of line.
Now's your
So
turn. Go
I
ahead.
stayed to my corner.
The inside jokes. Are you referring to Q? What he's told you before with his varsity leather?
Mhm.
Well, what do
Mhm.
you have to say now? Did you catch the All Star game? How do you feel
I,
about it?
I
Well,
I I peeked in and out of it. Uh, I like the setup better.
you like this set up better where they pick teams?
Yeah, it's like playground play, right? You kind of and you want to win those games too, because it's like bragging rights rather than rather than like just he's on that team because he has to be. You know what I mean?
True.
I like to get to pick your own team.
Okay. And what you saw, did you think
Well,
people
I
were
saw
playing
I
hard?
saw yeah I did watch KD and LeBron chasing around Curry and Curry embarrassing himself.
Curry embarrassed. All right. So to wrap it up with you, Joker, what did you think? And we could maybe delve into
Wait, we
some
talking about
intricacies.
Curry embarrassing himself? That's what you said,
Let's
Whisper?
save the Curry talk. We'll get right back to that.
Yeah.
Let me just hear what Joker felt about the All Star game. What was
so
your? Hmm.
so I mean, I'm what you would call like a very casual basketball fan. Like I'll watch big games. I'll definitely watch important games. I'm a Bulls fan, so we kind of been out of playoffs or be in any kind of relevancy since D Rose decided to just shut down forever. But I will say that the intrigue of this new All Star game got me to watch the All Star game for the first time in I would say a couple years because like Whisper said that whole like East versus West like it was there was no real like incentive to win. It was just like la 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 whatever, right? And I think the fact that they tied it into like the winning team got to donate like what was it, like $350,000 to a charity. And then, the
That's
whole
good.
play. I like the playground aspect, like Whisper said. So I liked it. I like the new format. I like it that it seemed like the players took it a little bit more seriously.
Yeah.
I would also like to mention that halftime show with some little old school NERD and then a little bit of
Yeah.
the newness. I was digging that.
Very nice. All-star
And I was
halftime show.
told to mention that Devin Booker is from Kentucky, and he won the 3-point contest.
Yes.
And then the dude that won the dunk contest is from Louisville. So Kentucky represent. I was told to say that to them.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I do like the Kentucky players, but I see the Kentucky tie you did there. All right, so back to the argument that evolved or what have you. As I was trying to say, I saw the last 2 days LeBron this, LeBron that. What I saw real quick before I develop the next point is I saw LeBron first play of the game. He went for like a steal or something like that. I seen KD active as well. So I just found it a little funny that when I was watching different sports shows, a lot of the talk was LeBron first. So I just wanted to find out from you guys what that gap was. But now Q has brought up an interesting thing saying Steph Curry, forget LeBron and KD. Okay, yeah, LeBron and then KD. But he's saying Steph shouldn't even be in the conversation. He shouldn't have had a team. This is something he's been going on with. And as I don't know if you guys noticed, if you've been listening to podcasts today before, but I feel like Q gets a little personal in his agendas. And I feel like there's a battle between Russell Westbrook and Steph Curry
Well,
that
here
might
it is.
cloud him. So wait, I'm
So
gonna set
my
you up. I'm
Q,
gonna set you up. Hold on 1 second.
right?
So I was poking fun with Q a couple of days ago, and I did not know, but Steve Smith sat down with Steph Curry and about 30 seconds clowning Russell Westbrook as well. So I don't know if this impacts that at all, but there is some feud between Russell Westbrook and Steph Curry. Q, I'll let you take the floor. You
And
can
that's the
explain yourself.
craziest thing because as a
Wash
hooper
and fold.
myself, like you gotta see it because it's in front of your face. We just gonna start with this All-Star game. Steph Curry had 11 points. He went 4 from 14 from the field, went 3 from 11 from 3-point line, right? In 26 minutes. It was so funny in the end of that game, the last 3 minutes, watching it and seeing how Damian Lillard was on the bench only because it was Steph's team. Damian Lillard in 20 minutes had 21 points, 9 from 14 shooting. If you watch that game, Dame Lillard was balling. If any other coach in America is trying to win the game, Steph Curry is on a bench and Dame is in a game those last 3 minutes. Especially when the game is tied up, you got somebody that's hot.
But
That's basketball. That's basketball
Cupid.
101.
I can say the
It's an
same thing on
all-star
the
game.
East.
It's
I don't know how
It's an
you
entertainment,
all-star
bro.
game. I get
It's
it.
entertainment.
But
The
he got
I
fans
say,
voted for.
outplayed. He just got outplayed again. That's all. He got outplayed again on a big stage. He looks like he doesn't belong.
all right, let me ask you, Cupid. This might not be true, whatever, but I was looking on the East. That's good points you brought up. Definitely Lillard. He made a definite case to be in the game. But I was looking at the East when it was coming down to stretch time. This is a guy that you starting to like. I'm not attacking you here, but I thought, and this could be personal for me, but I thought AD should have been in the game instead of Paul George at the stretch. Did you had no issues with that, or what was your thinking with the East's lineup to end the game? You were
Well, that's
fine with?
not the East. You're saying LeBron's team.
Oh, sorry, LeBron's team. Sorry, yes. I forgot Paul George is now with the Thunder. Go ahead.
Well, I
What do
don't
you?
know if you knew this. They went small ball. That was
Yeah.
the game plan. That was the only reason why AD wasn't on the floor. They went small ball to combat the other team. So they went defensively with their best small lineup, which is KD, LeBron at the 4-5, and
Well, it
then
was
Paul
Joel
George.
Embiid against LeBron. That's why I say that. So
Not right, but they went small ball. I don't. That's what they did. That's what LeBron team did. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
know
So you're saying they
why.
just took. Okay. So you're saying
It
you
wasn't. It
you were
wasn't the
cool.
point of it being 8D, but they just went small.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Forget eight. I didn't really realize it was that whole ADPG thing. I'm saying so you were fine with them going small because I was thinking they should have had a big for Embiid. Sorry, I didn't really.
Right. Nah, Bron could guard Embiid. Embiid
Okay,
wasn't, you know what I mean? If he
okay, I
beat
got you.
LeBron, it did something, son, we win in the end, right? You
I
win
got you.
that.
So LeBron,
So,
because of LeBron, you could do
right,
whatever you
because
want.
of
I
LeBron.
got you.
Right,
All right.
absolutely.
So
But
you wanted
nothing
Steph
was
out.
made on the other side on Team Steph because of Steph. They did nothing different because of Steph. You know, like, and that's the difference.
Okay,
But
so
if
you would have
Kevin
just
Durant
took
was
Steph
on the
out.
other side,
You would have took Steph out and had Lillard in. You wouldn't
of
have
course,
replaced. You wouldn't have put Lillard in for someone else. You just would have took Steph out, probably.
Lillard
Basically,
is your hot guy. That's like a guy you bring off the bench. Your sixth man plays in the fourth, depending on how he's playing. If he's running hot, he might finish the game for you, right? That's what Dame was doing. Dame came
definitely.
off the bench and was cooking.
Yeah, I would agree. You had
You know,
20. Yeah, I would have left him in.
and then he sat most of the fourth because the team name was Steph. Dame has to get to a big market. He has to. He has to get out of Portland. He has to get to a big market. Maybe he go to LA.
Anyone
I don't know.
else want to comment
Ooh.
on what Q was saying?
Nah, he couldn't go to LA because they love ball too much. But that father, man, he might run. He might talk
Hey,
his kid
hey,
out of
speaking
the
of
league.
ball, do you hear that he's charging $200 for an autograph? Is that true?
LeVar Ball?
No,
I don't know.
Lonzo.
I doubt that Lonzo would do something like that. Maybe his dad. That's what I'm saying. Like, I
You
don't
don't need.
know.
I don't know. Is
He
that
could.
what's the
He
going rate?
NBA.
I'm about to
Does
say, yeah.
that
What's the going rate? Is that might be
right?
cheap? I don't.
Right?
Unless you're asking kids for that autograph. But
That's
if
what I'm
That's what
I
I'm
saying.
was,
saying.
I think they were talking about it, and they were saying that they weren't sure if it was like at a show, like he was
oh
going to a
okay.
show, or it was like, "Hey, Mr. Ball, can I get your autograph?" And he's like, "We
He
got,"
probably was joking around. Was
and
like,
be
"Give me
like,
two
"Yo,
hundred dollars."
you got two
Like,
hundred
took it
dollars to give
serious.
me?" And they were
Give me
like,
$20, Tyler. That gotta be That gotta be at a show. Or something. I don't know.
"I hope,
I
man,
would.
because
I would hope.
that's tight."
Um, real quick, let me say, you guys want to jump in with anything on that All
You
Star
guys
game
see? Do you guys see? Do you guys see Dave Chappelle's new stand up
on
on Netflix
Netflix?
that came out
I
like
saw the
a
first
month
one.
ago?
Yeah, I saw that the one you're talking about.
The one that came out a month ago.
Yeah, yeah.
The one he's a. I might have to retire because I'm so dope at this, man.
Yeah,
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 he
yeah.
had the cigarette or something on stage. The
He has
electric cigarette.
e-cig. He's
Yeah,
like, I
yeah,
just write the punchline first.
I did
Yes,
watch.
sir.
I did watch the new Chris
yeah.
Rock. That one's pretty good too.
Oh, I want to see that too. I gotta
Where
go
is that
back
on?
on
Is that
Murder's
Netflix?
Netflix.
Yeah, Tambourine.
Yeah, Tammy. He says this thing about the airplane, like, oh, cop, you gotta be good at your job. Sorry, an
Yeah.
airplane pilot can't be like most of our pilots land
He's
or
like,
something like
they say something
that.
about bad apples. I was like,
Exactly.
there's some jobs there can't be bad apples.
Delta can't have most of our pilots land or
Maybe I
whatever.
watched it right now.
Hey, Dre.
Yeah.
Now let's have Q. We're gonna have QT with Cupid. This is the time where I talk about the movie that I'm watching right now, which is Kill Bill, Volume One. Yo, she Uma
That's not what
Thurman,
I talk
she
about what
be
I'm watching
killing
now.
people. Yo, she be when she go through the crazy 88s,
Mm.
she be ripping through them with that. What's the name of the sword? Somebody give it to me.
Hanzo
What's the
sword.
name of
Oh,
Hanzo sword.
it? Yeah.
so wait, you're a better multitasker than murder is what you're really saying. Hey, real quick, Q, because I gotta ask you to start it. But could we talk about Fortnite? I know we didn't get it in last time. Could we just talk about this Fortnite on Wax?
Fortnite is
Tell
a
us
really
what
good.
makes it good, or tell me because I don't
Oh
have
man,
it, but I was
I
at
can't
work
do it
and
right
one
now.
guy
This
said
is
it
this
was whack,
this is the
but all these
QT with
kids want
Cupid
it.
right now.
Exactly.
This is it right here,
Nice.
Dre. This is the
Let's
actual
give you
QT.
subjects.
This is the QT with Cupid on Fortnite. 1 minute, go.
Fortnite, man, it's a crazy game. You can go one player, duo, or squad up with four of your friends. Online multiplayer. It starts off, you drop into like this zone with a map, and pretty much you're just trying to be king of the hill, last man standing. They'll close off the board every like minute and 30 seconds so that it makes everyone go into a certain amount of space. And you're just trying to be either the last person standing, the last duo standing, or the last squad standing. It's a crazy game. PlayStation 4, Fortnite. Download it. Free.
Free download too, right? Yeah,
Free
so
download too.
Yeah, think
Yeah.
think
nice.
Hunger Games for the video game. That's what this is. Hunger Game, the video game.
Or for you Xbox guys, it's like PUBG. Look that up. Xbox has PUBG.
Yeah.
It's way better. It's like Fortnite, like
On
steroided up.
crack.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
say they're trying to get it for the PlayStation
you can
4.
drive in that one. I wish we could drive.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's
I was gonna
dope.
say the thing I've noticed when I've seen you broadcast or whatever is a very colorful game. I don't know if it's trying to draw in kids, but I see a lot of
Right,
colors.
and that's what PUBG isn't.
Oh,
That's
okay,
why
I
it's like
see.
it's more an adult game. This is kind of
Cart-
kiddish, as you say,
cartoonish,
like
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
cartoonish, bubble,
Yeah, it got the
like
kids on it. Like that's what
yeah.
the kids wanted me to download it. But okay, it's figure here with Joker and Murder. And quickly, we're just gonna give you our rundown on 2K, how we're feeling, who's not feeling well, and why they're not feeling well. And speaking about guys not feeling well, we have Jerry Wonder. He's always in the group talking about guys are scary. This guy's scary. So, question posed is why doesn't anyone want to play Jerry? Why are guys so scary? Uh, I would like to start with Joker. And Joker, have you played the Bucks, aka Giannis, all day?
I mean, I played him season 1 of the 2K League. Got blown out in I think both games. But I think it's just funny because every time he's on the chat trying to get games going on, everyone just like ignores him. Like they don't want to give him the time of day. So I don't know if it's because they think he's cheesing it and they're just tired of the that what they say is one style of gameplay, or like Yerp said about he's not gonna get better from playing Jerry because it's not real ball. So I mean, is it real ball? Is it video game ball? Does it matter? It's just funny to me that it always seems like no one wants to play Jerry. Kobe's great doesn't even play him, so
I was gonna say, well, that's the thing. I think, and what makes it funny to me every season, I feel like Jerry's just delusional. He does this every 2K. It's an open schedule. He'll play all his games, and he complains no one's playing him. But he's played 69 games. He's 69 and 0. So that's definitely the record for winning games. But he's 69 and 0, which means he only has 13 games to play. So who's not playing him? The
all,
guy
those 13 games are all user
those
games.
those 13 games must one they must be using it like you said, but two he's played 69 in 2 weeks. We haven't had the second sim, so I don't see how people are avoiding him. That's my take. Murder, what do you have to say?
I agree. He's a bum.
Agree with what, you bum?
You agree that he's delusional, or
No, I mean that's already given. I think more so the 13 games are left. I mean, come on, bro. It's only 13 games, man. Come on. What do you expect?
everybody's scary?
75 and 100 and 0. Give me a break.
He's got 13 games left. I've only played 13 games.
But yet no one will play him. So I mean, there you have it. Speaking as delusional, State, we talked about it last podcast. Here's a guy who he's gonna do the same thing, probably double down with Giannis, and all he keeps saying every day in the group chat is "It's happening, it's happening." I feel like he's crazy now. I feel bad for Jerry at this point if he does not win this year.
You think if he doesn't win this year, he'll leave the league? Because I mean, between Madden not winning chips and
It's
now,
happening.
I mean,
It's happening.
hashtag is happening. I guess he's leaving. Ugh.
I really just wanted to laugh at him, but it's happening. Sorry. But what do you say, Murder? I'll let you answer first because I'll wait.
I don't know. Probably not.
You think he stays for
One
another
more.
2K season?
Yeah. 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 He will.
Oh man.
I was say, I was gonna say, thanks. You answered first, but I was gonna say, I say he would stay. What I say is even worse is
He'll
he'll
leave at
double
first,
down.
but he'll leave at first and then he'll join back after
He'll
like a
join.
week.
He'll join back. But what makes it worse is he will stay, but he won't stay to improve. He will stay to, I want to say, get worse. Like he's not gonna.
To
He's
just
winning all these
status
games, but
quo.
he doesn't think it's him, huh?
Status quo. I mean, listen, even I like if I focus, even I can beat the computer. Am I scoring 90 points a game? No, but I mean, a win is a win in the video game. It matters what you do once you get to the playoffs, and then you gotta play users. And I
Exactly.
mean, Kobe.
When you refuse to play basketball just to win games, I can't see you doing anything. But like I said, I could see him not seeing him being a problem. As he's saying, it's happening, it's happening. I think he will lose and he will maybe like take a break, try to hide or not text or something. And then he will come back and he probably try to trade Whiteside for another Giannis, like him and Rudy Gay now. But he will not develop anything. That's what I think. What about you, Whispers?
I was gonna say that he won't win the championship, um, and he will be back the next season. And part of the reason why no one plays him is because he just harasses you. Like it's our fault that he played like 90% of his game in like 3 days. Uh,
Bums is scary. Bums is scary.
and the fact that he doesn't get better. What he does is his players get worse, and he wins more, but he still doesn't win a championship. So for him, it's not the style; it's like the player. Let me get a bummier player that does what I want to do, and I'll win.
Oh, you mean Madden wide receivers?
Or even in 2K, he's gonna do the
I
same.
know.
He's just gonna get another Giannis so that like he could do it with two guys or three guys instead of one guy. But he's gonna do the same exact thing.
So me and you totally agree. He's
Let me
going
just
after
have
Rudy
two
Gay.
Giannis's. Let me just have
Yep.
two Giannis's out here now, because that'll
Yep.
make it. That'll put me over the top.
Yep. Rudy Gay is coming to Milwaukee. Book it. That's his favorite
What?
place. All right. So no one has Jerry leaving the league per se. If anything, consensus would be me and Whispers have him doubling down. And I definitely would also agree with Murder that he would maybe leave or disappear from the group, but not leave the league. So that being said, he's still one of the best players. And when we talk about the best players, we got to talk about power rankings. So, Joker, as the expert of power rankings for Bums Gaming Leagues, why don't you give us, let's not even go too chaotic. Like we say, NBA is a different kind of sport, so it's top heavy. So just give us your top 5 power rankings for year 2K.
Top five power rankings. Gotta go number one. Gotta go Kobe's great defending champ. I mean, he's proven that he's the guy to beat in this league. He makes it look easy. So gotta give him the number one. Number two. I mean, oh man, I know if I give it to my boy Q, it's gonna look like that's wild boy loyalty. But you know what? I'll give it to Jerry just to keep Dre humble. So
Wait,
Jerry,
you about to make me lose my mind. But anyway, continue.
I mean, I gotta give it to Jerry at number two. Even though Dre's the defending champ, but I mean, Dre didn't really go through anyone in the West because he was just a computer. So whatever. Number three, I'll go Q. Number four,
Q as in Cupid
yeah,
with the
Cupid.
Thunder.
Yeah,
What's
Cupid.
his record is like 10-10, just for
See,
everybody
but I can't,
with the
I,
Thunder.
I can't really base it off records though either, just because
Or talent. Okay. But no, go ahead. Go
I
ahead with your
can't,
list.
like
Sorry. Go
for me 2K is hard to. It's not like Madden where like every game matters. You know what I mean? Like if you make the playoffs in the NBA in like 2K, not the NBA, but if you make the playoffs in 2K, like you could go all the
to
way.
the final.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like so like records to me don't really matter. It's more like I know I've seen you play, I've seen who you played against, and I played against you myself, and I like just compare it that way, and like who gives me the most challenge. Like Brandon
And
blew
you
me,
are
Brandon
wait,
blew
just to
me
be
out. Jerry blew me out. Cupid has close games with me, and then I mean number four, I'm gonna have to give it to myself because I feel like I'm pretty good. And number five, I guess I give it to the bum over there in Phoenix, whoever that guy is. He's okay.
wait. Oh well, I won't say anything. I, I guess I'll say something after. Murder. What do you have as your top five 2K Power Rankings?
I don't really have a ranking right now, so I'm gonna pass it on to someone else here.
All right, so who is the best? Since you don't have a ranking,
I'll have a comment.
you don't have a comment on who the best is.
That might be the
Well,
most hatinous, non-committed comment. You going to the haters ball tonight?
Hey. Oh, whispers. Could you, from your perch of injury and flueness?
Should we start from like the worst up?
Well, yeah, just
I give
go
I
with
give
five though.
I go the five worst with
You're going with
with me being the worst player in this league, right? And then the second worst being maybe the Cavs, and somehow it ends with the Celtics being the fifth worst.
somehow end with the Celtics being the fifth worst.
Yeah.
So who is these two in between? You still got two spots in between
Well,
to
we got
get.
10 people, and I never seen the Pelican guys play. Those
Okay,
dudes, that
that's
guy's still
fair.
in the league.
Same thing with
That's
Bigger
fair.
Mama.
Chiz.
And Biggs.
Um,
Oh, Kez, you do not. Kez has to. If you're calling out people,
Kez,
Kez has
Chiz.
to be number two on your list.
I think Chiz is still riding the Eagles Super Bowl win, so like whatever.
So you have Chiz
so
in your
yeah,
top
Kev.
five worst.
But
Okay.
the top, I don't know. There's the top five is Kobe, and then just gonna put Jerry there because he's 69-0, and how
Oh,
can
you're
you
giving.
not?
Wait, sorry to cut you off. You're giving a top five worst and a top five
So he's
good.
giving all
Okay, go
10.
ahead. I'm about to say you
Yeah.
do. Go ahead. Sorry,
So now
Kobe's
you have
great.
a general idea of the worst five. The top five is Kobe's great with the Sixers, and then you have the Bucks who are 69-0, and then you have defending
69.
West Conference champs and the Thunder, and then 4 and 5 are um, the Warriors and the Suns.
So okay, so you and Joker have the same list. All right, so there's two lists basically. All right, well, we're talking about top five teams or top five players.
But by the way,
That's what I would ask you.
I have a question: is Booker playing point guard now, or he just likes to have the ball up when he crosses the court?
Oh, you're talking about the Suns? Wait, hold on. I'll answer you in a second. Real quick, are you so both you guys ranking is just on top five players or teams?
I think just top five what we see
Me,
between teams,
uh,
users,
yeah.
what they're doing.
Okay.
I mean, it's like I said. I think the power rankings in 2K are a lot more. They're different than the Madden ones. The Madden ones I think are a lot easier to do. Like it's
Okay. Well, I only asked because I'm about to give my top five.
well, no one cares about your top five.
Oh well, let
Okay.
Dre give his top five then.
Yeah, let Dre give his top five
Top five what?
power
Your
rankings for
top five
2K.
2K
2K
this
power
season.
rankings. Okay. Number one is Brandon, the Sixers. Number two is me, Thunder. Number three is Jerry, the Bucks. Number four is I guess the Suns or the Warriors, I guess. I don't even know who the Houston guy he's played.
The
Haven't played
Houston guy,
against
the
him.
guy you
I don't
brought
even
in,
know.
your
Yeah, I
cousin.
mean, and it's crazy. That's my cousin, but I mean,
He
sorry,
disappeared.
Nooch.
He
Sorry,
disappeared.
Nooch. Nah. He just been a little crazy with women. But
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, my power rankings go Sixers, Thunder, Bucks, and the rest. I mean, it should only be three anyway. Who cares about the
Warriors,
rest?
Suns.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you say?
Say who
Sorry.
cares about the best? Who cares about the rest?
Oh,
Right.
okay.
It should just be three, and then everybody else is, cheap.
All right. Well,
Wait, didn't you lose to the Celtics?
I was saying, let me get my five, and then we could delve into why y'all have
Okay.
it if y'all want. Here's my
Okay.
five. My five would be Kobe's great, based on once again who I played and who they played with
Right.
and who
Right.
they played against. Kobe's great. Number two would be Jerry Wonder Nine or the Bucks. Number three would be Murder or the Celtics. Number four would be myself. And then number five would be Cupid or the Thunder.
Wow.
Now, you guys could comment on mine or I could comment on yours. But I think
I mean, I just want to know how you have the Celtics up there.
how?
Yeah, how?
I mean, it's not even that. This is what it is. This is what you're trying to get at, right? Your rankings isn't supposed to be what who you think the best player is. We're ranking the best 2K Bums league, right? With the team you have. That's
Yeah,
why
with the team you
That's why
have and how you
teams
play
like
with
the
them.
Suns shouldn't even be up there. Because as good as you are, no matter what, you have the Suns. That means something. That's just like you can't deny the team that you're playing with. That's a bum team. Unfortunately, you're not good enough to bring a bum team to the you know what I mean, to the party. Not saying that you're not good as a player. That's what I'm saying. We're not talking about Jermaine
Okay,
or
wait, so
the
are you
the
questioning my
user
list?
with
You
the
questioning my list?
Cavs.
Okay, so then let's start there. Since you want to go at me, you have the Thunder. You're
No,
like 10. Oh, no,
it's not
stop.
about
Let me
going at
respond. Stop
you.
talking. Stop talking. Stop talking.
Go
You have the
ahead.
Thunder. You're like 10 and 10. You're terrible with a
Right.
good team. So how could you be better than me in the rankings?
So,
Your actual rate,
okay.
your actual record is
Right.
like you're in the middle of the pack. My team is
Okay.
sitting sixth in the West. We're a
Right.
game or two behind the Golden State
Right.
Warriors to lead my division. And I've
Okay.
played 62 games or
Right.
more.
Six,
So
sixty-two. I've only played
Let
20
me finish
games.
talking. Let me
What do
finish
we?
talking. Which means I only have like 16 games left. You have 70 games to lose like 40. So now you can ask me why my Suns are up there. I've actually played my schedule, have 17 left, and I'm in the playoffs. So
Right.
I'm not good enough
So,
to do what? Well, I'm not good enough
so,
to do. I beat
so,
you by
so,
33 in your house. So
so,
why are you
so
talking
here it
about
is.
me?
Once
I
again,
beat you
once
by
again,
33.
right. Once
And
again,
I
we're getting
actually had wait,
confused,
no, let
right?
me stop.
We're,
Let me I'm not
I'm
really
sorry.
asking you a
Sorry.
question
I'm gonna
because
let
I
you
don't know why you
finish.
attacked
And I
me.
answer.
I
I didn't
have played
attack
like 64 games. I'm two
you,
games over or one game over. You've played like 21 and you might be a game over and you have Russell Westbrook, Paul
right?
George, and you're asking me how am I ranked there? I'm confused.
Right.
Okay, go ahead. Continue.
So you actually think your son's team, Jay,
I'm
can
not
beat
thinking anything.
me
I'm
in a
telling you
7 game
where
series
we are
right now?
ranked.
No,
Sir,
I'm telling.
where am I
This is
ranked
what
and
I'm
where you
saying.
rank?
You
If
gotta
you turn
talk to
on
me.
what's the
You
hold on,
gotta
let me go
talk
to
to
the
me.
playoff picture right now.
So you really feel as though
I don't feel like
if
anything. I'm
me
stating
in a 7 game
facts.
series, Jay, you had those Suns
Bro, you're
and you
not good.
locked in
So I
with
don't
your
even know
Suns,
why you bringing it here.
and I was locked in with my Thunder, you
Dude, you're a
really think in a
bum.
7 game series you would beat me right
You have
now with
no
your team? You're
chance of
not
beating me.
beating
You
my
have no chance. I haven't even played you
I don't
with the
even
lineup I'm gonna
know.
play in the
This
playoffs. You have no
guy,
chance.
and this is what I'm saying. We live so
Yeah.
much in a
Okay.
world
I don't know why
so
you're
out
talking about the
of
Suns.
you're so out of
Why?
reality. You're so out of it. I don't
Dude,
even get. I don't
where's
even.
your playoff record? What is your record right now? What's your
I
record
don't even
right now?
get it. I got a
What's
winning
your
record.
record right now
I
with the
got a winning
Thunder?
record.
What is your record?
It's a winning one. I don't know.
Okay, and you
I
lost
won
by
more games.
33 to me, didn't you? You lost by
So
33, right?
what? Wake me up in the
Okay, cool story.
playoffs. The Suns
I
is
want to
right
talk
now.
about the Celtics.
The Suns is equivalent to the Toronto Raptors in the East every
Who
year.
is?
Y'all can
Who?
win. Y'all can have a
Who?
good record during the year.
Dude, you
I'm
won't make
LeBron.
it if you play your schedule. Why are
I'm
you talking to me like I don't have the right
wait.
to
I'm
talk?
sorry.
You're nowhere near
I'm
my
sorry.
skill
But
level.
you're not
Why are we
getting it.
pretending?
Suns is
Why are we
equivalent
pretending?
to the
Why are we
Toronto Raptors.
pretending?
I'm Cleveland. I'm LeBron with OKC now.
I
The
am
regular
LeBron, a player like.
I'm
Stop your
sorry,
stupidness.
son.
You're sounding
And
foolish.
y'all
You
ain't
have Russell Westbrook. You have Russell Westbrook passing the ball to Paul George. Russell Westbrook is Scottie Pippen with you. Stop playing me like you're in my skill level. Like I don't know why we brought me into the conversation. Like y'all
Wake
embarrassing yourself.
me up when
Like
it's
have you
playoff
seen my team?
time.
Have you
Wake
even
me
watched
up
what I've
when
been
it's
doing
playoff
all year?
time.
I'm literally
But
just
let's
started
hear
playing
how
my
good
real
he
lineup the last 4 games. I made my trade four
is.
games ago. Like why are we
Wait,
talking
hold on.
about me?
Hold on. Can we talk about the Celtics?
Yes, can we
Winning
talk
one
about the Celtics? I don't know why Dre
and
brought me up with
4
him.
games.
Like he made my argument for me. He
Hold on.
failed.
Let's.
Like I'm
I
34
just
and
want to
30.
know.
He's sitting a game. He's sitting behind me in the standings. Why
I
he
want to
brought me
know.
up for?
I want to know.
Congrats,
Embarrassing.
Toronto.
Yeah, because you
Congrats.
got slapped the next
See
time you
you in,
saw me,
I'll
and you
see
won't
you
come
in the
face me
playoff.
anymore. You lost by 33. Like stop
You,
talking about me.
look,
Moving
you
on.
only
Moving
supposed to
on,
get
bro. I didn't even
two
have my
games.
trade when I slapped you by 33. I didn't even have the real lineup I'm gonna use. Alex Len
Okay,
played you
but I
one out
look
of three
forward to seeing
games.
them in
Like
the playoff.
stop talking.
I
If
look
you
forward to
can't
seeing
dunk,
them
you
in the
can't do
playoff.
nothing. Like come on. Why you brought me up?
I
I
look
wasn't
forward to
dissing
seeing
you.
them in the
You
playoffs.
think
But
me
back to the
putting
Celtics.
myself above you
Back
is
to the
dissing
Celtics
you?
out
You
west.
played
Back to the Celtics.
you played
Sorry.
23 games and you
Oh,
thought it was
man.
disrespectful for me to put myself above you when I'm
Oh
actually
my.
above you in the playoff
I'm gonna be honest.
ranking.
I'm gonna be
Oh
honest.
my
Okay.
God.
I'm gonna be honest.
Anyway.
How you
Let's
guys?
Anyway.
talk about.
Yeah. How are the Celtics up there? The dude quit the league.
Okay, exactly. Let's talk about the
All right,
Celtics. Thank
the
you.
dude quit the league first year. Came back. Looks like a bum with the Celtics. I beat him
Okay, you beat him. You have the Warriors. What do you beating him have to do with him
again,
looking like a bum?
again,
Hold
again.
on, hold
Hold
on.
on, no.
Let
Let
me
me
let me
finish.
finish
Let me
answering
finish.
you.
Let me finish.
Okay,
I,
go
I
ahead.
don't.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Because I
Number
thought he was
one,
looking like a
I'm not
bum who's
the
like 11 games above 500 on Hall of Fame. But go ahead,
number
continue.
one. I'm not the real life Warriors. This is not real life. It's a game.
Exactly.
It's a game.
Thank
So it
you.
takes
Thank you.
the user. I would venture to say is 80-90% responsible for how that team functions, how they
No,
win. Yes or no?
no. I'd say
No.
60.
60.
Yeah, there's first of all there's badges
So
in this
then, all
game.
right, all
If
right.
we're gonna talk about this game, there's
So then you're
badges in
not
this
that
game.
good. You're not that
Huh?
good because then the Suns are a great team. By that
What?
logic.
Say it again?
By that logic, that you're only 60% responsible for the team,
Uh-huh.
then you saying that you're great is not true.
Because of what? I'm confused now.
Because the Suns then are a great team. You're saying that the Suns
Yeah,
are
I
a good
built a
team.
great team over there. I don't disagree. We got great talent.
So then you're more than 60%.
No, we got great talent. It's still the game. Like you need these badges. You need like you can't.
So do you
Yes.
draft guys and like put guys on your team with more badges because it helps you? You feel like it helps your team?
Did I do that in the
No,
one
I'm
draft we're
asking
gonna have?
you. Is
Did
I'm
I do
asking you,
that?
is
That's
that
what you're
what you
saying, right?
do? Yes.
No, I didn't.
You didn't look at. You don't look at badges, and
I
then
did not.
I guess
We're only
you
gonna
take.
have one draft in this franchise, and I did not know. I just drafted the guy who had the
So
fastest and whatever. And then George
okay,
Hill
so
because he was a veteran. But he had some badges, yes. Did I factor the badges in? Yes. If it was a
so badges
tiebreaker,
mean
yeah.
something to. Okay, let me
Nope.
ask you this:
Nope.
do you even know about these badges?
I
Okay,
knew.
and that's whose problem. Whose problem? Like we're gonna laugh
But
about.
this is what
That's
I'm
like saying
saying,
we're gonna
and
play
this is
FIFA
what.
now, and then
No,
I
no,
don't know
no,
something, and
Jermaine.
then
But
that's
Jermaine, here it is,
Diego's
Jermaine,
fault.
Jermaine. But here it is, though. If you crossed over to FIFA not knowing, you would never even be in games with Diego.
Why are you
That's
talking?
what makes
Why are
us
you
so much
assuming
better
something?
than y'all.
Defense travels. So why are we gonna once
That's
again
what
call
you're
me a bum? Why
not
are we talking
getting.
about
That's what
me
you're
when
not
we're talking
getting.
about the Celtics?
Be
I don't know
close.
what you're saying.
We're
You're
way
making an
closer
argument
to
that I didn't
y'all in
make.
this 2K stuff, not knowing about half the stuff that y'all be looking at and putting the time
Who's
in.
wait, wait,
Murder
wait, wait,
puts
wait.
time
See,
in to
that's
work on crossovers. I just plug in a game and play, and we be winning.
But that's what I
makes
do. That's what I
than
do,
y'all.
though, dude. You're talking about what
What
I
do you
did when
mean?
I was
You know about
drafting my
badges? I
players.
didn't
It
even
would
know
be
about badges until
irresponsible
5
not to look
minutes
at
ago in this
badges. You're making
conversation.
up two
So can I look
arguments.
at badges
You're
now? Let me
literally
go to
making up
look
two
at this stuff.
arguments. If I'm
Where are the
drafting people,
badges?
why wouldn't I
I
look
need
at
to
their
define
badges?
that.
I do not go and practice 2K.
Need to
You can
define
ask
that.
Murder. I
Murder, do
always
you
laugh
practice
when
2K?
he's practicing 2K.
Murder, do you
What?
practice? Murder? Do you practice 2K?
Oh yeah, Murder practices 2K.
Yeah, I
That's what I'm
practice.
saying. That's what I'm
I want to
saying.
prepare and
But
be
what
the
does it have
best.
to do
What's
with?
wrong with
We're not
that?
comparing you to Murder.
You are,
Like
because you
you
put him
guys are
above me.
going somewhere else with it.
You put him above
Comparing and
him.
trying to
That's
be the best.
Yeah, I put him
Yeah,
above
dude.
him because he's actually played his schedule. He's actually beaten the computer. He's actually showing basketball
So am
skills.
I.
Why is that a diss to
So
Diego?
what is Diego doing then?
He's not playing his schedule.
What do you mean? I'm going in order. I played.
Okay, but you guys are discounting the fact that Murder is like 12 games above 500 and he's played like
Oh,
50
so
games
now you
because
factor in
beat
the
him with
fact
the
that we played
Warriors.
the most games.
No, but why?
I
See,
forgot
why are
because
you
it's the
making
same
up two
like the
different
payout.
arguments? Listen,
It's the
let me
same
break
about
it
the
down.
payout.
Let me
You know what I
break it
mean?
down
You
so
got
you're
to
not
play
confused.
whoever
Okay,
playing the
No,
look,
let
majority
me
of.
break this
that's
down so you're not
look.
confused.
It's
Seriously.
like
Seriously,
me
because
being
you're
10 and
confusing.
0, and you guys putting me number 1 because I'm 10 and 0.
What do you say, Lewis?
It's
Oh,
basically
sorry.
saying that's like if I was like I'm in the top 3 because I'm 10 and 0 this season. Even though I quit last year, and even though I never play, and even though I'm a bum, and just because I got 10 and 0 wins, I should be in top 3.
But you would never be 10.
But
Oh, that's an
that's not
unrealistic
what. See,
statement.
but okay, but listen, but look, you guys made your list
Yeah,
based on what you made your list on. That's why I asked, and then I made my
Such an
list.
unrealistic statement.
I can go 10 and 0.
No, what?
You could go to it.
Yo,
What is
beating
Lewis talking about?
CPU
I'm
I
is
mean,
done.
easy.
I'm
yo.
done. I'm done. It's a wrap.
CPU is easy.
but let's just be clear. I was not pitting Murder against you guys. What I was simply saying is based on
Based on
he's
his
playing.
records and how many games
Listen.
he's
I'm
played
going to
thus
tell
far
you. So
this
if you let me
season,
tell you, you won't be
he's
confused.
better than us.
Why don't you let me tell you instead? And if I tell you,
Okay.
you won't be confused because I tried to tell you 3 times.
Hold on.
One.
Hold on. I just want to say something. All right.
Yeah.
My winning percentage based on the games in my schedule, I'm at
Uh-huh.
.643. Murder is at .596. That's all. That's all.
Exactly.
Playing my schedule.
You know what I mean?
That's all.
Okay,
winning
but
That's
percentage.
all.
okay,
That's
so
all.
let me,
It's the weight.
okay, but
That's
you didn't
all.
let me
Average.
finish what
One
I was
person
saying
has played
before.
10 games,
That's
one
what I
person's played
said.
60
Your
games.
basis was who you playing. You based your list on because I asked you after. You played the people and who you
Murder
played
being one of them.
against. Huh?
Murder being one of them.
Yes. Okay, but you said okay who you played against and how they're playing, right? So I based it on who I played against, who they're playing with, and how they played me. Same thing. So what I'm saying is,
And I beat you
when
too.
huh?
And I beat you too.
Yeah, but just beating someone doesn't mean you're
First of
better
all,
than
hold
them,
on.
though.
Let me address that myself. Okay, you beat me. I wasn't even making my list based on who's beating who, really. I was making it based on what you're doing out there. So if we're gonna really break it down, like I
Yes.
was trying to say,
Keep doing it. I'm here. Keep
that's
doing
what
it.
I'm saying. What I was
Right.
trying to say is when I'm doing certain things on the court and whatnot, and
Right.
Murder's matching it or
Right.
or countering it, so be it. So when Diego says he beat me, I kind of been telling Diego what to do. So you beat me, your team is probably playing on auto, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm not trying to insult you. But what I'm saying is Murder's
his
doing
team playing
his
on
alterations and whatnot. So when you say you beat me with the
So
Warriors
Diego don't
in a
sub his
in a
guys in
game,
and out.
okay.
Diego
What?
doesn't run plays. Like I'm not
No.
getting it.
I don't think so. I think
No,
Diego has him on
I'll
auto,
be.
which
I'll
I
be don't.
advised him to do at first.
But it
But
don't
what are
matter.
we
I mean,
talking about
it's
here?
just regular season. Who cares?
That's
It's
what
not
I'm
that
saying.
serious.
Like I
That's what I'm
haven't set
saying.
any.
And that's all I'm saying. It's just regular season.
Okay, you're
That's
saying
all.
it's just
I don't
regular
get
season, but that's what
right.
that's what the power ranking should be on right now. It's basketball. It's not football. Like it's 82 games. It should be right
Let's be
now.
serious.
It should be
No
able to
one in this
change next
podcast
week.
is ever winning a 2K championship.
No, right. Absolutely right. Jay.
What did he say?
Whisper. That's the most smartest thing that anyone has said on this podcast thus
What did he
far
say?
today.
What did he say?
Let's be real.
Let's
No
end it there.
one in
Let's
this
end it there.
podcast won the NBA championship. Bums NBA 2K championship. No time soon. So we're good with
Besides
that.
Kobe's great. All right, guys. Thanks
You a
for
bum.
joining us. Thanks for joining us on Bums Gaming Network starting 5. Please feel free to follow twitch.tv/bumsgaming and follow us on Twitter at bumsgaming NTWRK. So it's at BUMSGAMINGNTWRK. Ask us any questions there. We also have the newest Twitter for the podcast. It's at BGN starting 5. So that's at BGN STARTING and the number 5. Definitely hit us up there. Any questions, any comments, if you want to hear us ask questions or answer your questions on the podcast, we'll definitely do that. We're trying to get as much followers as we can. Bums Gaming Network, we're out. It's Figure the Spy, Q, Joker, Murder, and Whispers. Peace.